Draco Malfoy and the Mortifying Ordeal of Being in Love. Written by Is This Self-Care? Chapter 2. Part 2. Granger looked mildly impressed. Draco supposed that she was surrounded by the nation's greatest magical brains on the daily, and that he ought to be pleased that she was mildly impressed by a mere Auror's paltry creation. An on-demand portkey would be something, said Granger. Portus is a pain in the arse of an enchantment, said Draco, trying to sound resigned rather than sullen. Have you ever thought of making more of these rings? You could monetize these easily, said Granger, holding the ring aloft. Do I look like I need money? Asked Draco. Granger leveled a stare at him. Her back straightened. They had been dangerously close to lapsing into a civil conversation, and she seemed to have forgotten who she was talking to. She sniffed in lieu of responding. Anyway, I can't mass-produce the ring. Right. Granger was weighing the ring in the palm of her hand. Because this isn't just some trinket you put a few neat charms on. No. This is an artifact. Indeed. A family heirloom, if I were to hazard a guess. Yes. Of course she'd spotted the concealment charm that made the ring look like a plain silver band. Now she tapped her wand to reveal the ring's true appearance. An ornate silver Ouroboros, ever eating its own tail, and on the inside the family motto, Sanctimonia Vincit Semper, purity will always conquer. You're certain this ring won't immediately attempt to amputate my finger? I'm not pure, after all, said Granger. Draco felt that the temperature in Granger's office had dropped rather suddenly. Did you see a sign of dark magic? Asked Draco, too quickly. He'd sounded defensive. Blast. If there was dark magic, it's gone now, said Granger. She tapped the ring again, reverting it back to the plain silver band. She looked thoughtful. I'll need some time to go through this extremely comprehensive list of recommendations, she said at length. Take the time you need, said Draco, but know that the alternative is Shacklebolt setting up a camp bed for me for overnights in your laboratory. She eyed him, then seemed to decide that he must be joking. I'll need to think about item 56 in particular. Do you want the ring back in the meantime? Keep it, said Draco. Have your friends analyze it. It isn't one of the Weasley brothers meant to be good at that stuff. And when you've quite settled any doubts, owl me and we can get on with our lives. Granger perked up as though getting on with her life without a Draco-shaped barnacle attached to her was the kindest hope he could have offered her. I will, she said. Two of her students, kitted up in their strange white cloaks and goggles, knocked at the door, excited to share some new development with dear Professor Granger. Draco rose to leave as Granger donned her own white coat to join the students in the laboratory. There was an awkward, conflicted look on her face. Draco, never one to make things easy, merely raised an eyebrow at her. I suppose I want to say thank you for working through this as you are. I haven't exactly been pulling my weight trying to find a solution to Shacklebolt's request. The ring is a good idea. I think you're more than pulling your weight elsewhere, said Draco. He left. She muttered something that might have been a goodbye.